Tonight, political chaos threatens in Pakistan as the results don't go the military's way and jailed Imran Khan's candidates surge into the lead. In the teeth of violence and claims of vote rigging, will democracy win out in Pakistan? Imran Khan's in jail, so his supporters tonight released an AI-generated victory speech.
मेरे पाकिस्तानियों, आपने कल वोट देकर अपनी हकीकी आज़ादी की बुनियाद रख दी है। हमने 2024 इलेक्शंस 2/3 अक्सरियत से जीत लिया है।
We'll hear from Imran Khan's former advisor and a columnist and scholar of South Asian politics, who was also a former civil servant in Pakistan. Good evening. Pakistan is in political chaos tonight after an election marred in violence and allegations of poll rigging in which the military tried and failed to control the outcome. Despite their preferred candidate, the Pakistan Muslim League's Nawaz Sharif claiming a fourth victory, independents loyal to his rival, the jailed former Prime Minister Imran Khan, who are not allowed to campaign under his party's name, have emerged as the largest political force. Tonight, there is no government in Pakistan. Sharif has both claimed victory and admitted that he needs a coalition to form a majority. Here's Joe Inwood.
This was not supposed to happen. Their leader was imprisoned. Their party was shut down, forced to run as independents. Even their symbol, the cricket bat, was banned from ballot papers. Yet, somehow, last night it was supporters of Imran Khan who were celebrating. For some, a triumph of democracy.
After all of that, the fact that they were able to muster the kind of performance that they did is a testament to two things in my view. One, Pakistan's people believe and own up to the fact that they have a right to elect a democratically elected government. And two, that they have immense resilience and immense faith in the democratic process to come out and vote despite everything that was thrown in their way to prevent them from exercising their right to vote.
But it was also testament to the failure of the army to cope with the technology and techniques of Imran Khan's party.
मेरे पाकिस्तानियों, आपने कल वोट देकर अपनी हकीकी आज़ादी की बुनियाद रख दी है।
Just tonight, his party released this AI-generated victory message from their jailed leader, something they'd done throughout the campaign.
It's very cleverly used AI-generated clips of Imran Khan to exhort voters to go to the polls. They asked on polling day, when the internet shutdown was announced, they asked people to turn off the passwords on their internet. So when people were out in neighborhoods and seeking information about whom to vote for, they had access to the internet, even though they didn't have it through their mobile phones.
It's widely accepted there were attempts at vote rigging, but this was analog interference in a digital election, and it failed.
I think the military establishment has long looked to its intelligence services to give it information about how its game plan was working. And clearly, in this instance, its game plan has gone horribly wrong.
That plan was thought to be for this man, Nawaz Sharif, to win. He always denied it, but was widely considered the army's choice. Tonight, he spoke to his supporters. We don't have enough of a majority to run the government ourselves, he says. We invite other parties and candidates to work with us. Pakistan has ended up with a fragmented parliament, with the largest bloc made up of supporters of Imran Khan, but all sitting as independents.
I think it's potentially a very serious situation, because what you've got essentially is a situation in which the most popular party, the PTI, in spite of all the measures to prevent it winning, has, if not actually won, it's sort of performed extraordinarily well. And so you're facing with the situation in which there might be a coalition of the two less popular parties backed by the army, with a lot of the people feeling that they've essentially been disenfranchised. To my mind, that poses a really serious potential problem.
And the risk of instability in Pakistan matters. To the east, her great rival India. Conflict never seems far away between the two nuclear powers. To the west, Iran. And to the north, Afghanistan, where the Taliban's return will have emboldened their Pakistani cousins. While domestically, things are little better.
Pakistan is currently experiencing an acute economic crisis. And, the cost of living crisis, particularly soaring inflation. And really, unless the government or the new government, moves rapidly towards addressing some of these problems, we could well see unrest on the streets.
Tonight, those predictions seem like they may be coming to pass. These are unpredictable, potentially dangerous times for Pakistan. Much depends on the final count in these elections and how Pakistan's powerful military decides to react.
Well, Joe there, but earlier this evening I spoke to Zulfikar Bukhari, current advisor to the chairman of the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf party and former special assistant to Imran Khan. I asked him about the former leader's next move.
Knowing Imran Khan for as long as I have, obviously, it would be to appeal all the cases, which is around 100 cases that we're going to court for and contesting, which have been illegally. We believe that the result of the candidates have been changed. So there's about 100 cases which we'll be going to court over and contesting them and hoping to get them overturned. I don't think, knowing Imran Khan and knowing the ethos of our political party, PTI, I don't think we'd be making any coalition for forming a government with any of the main parties. However, we will be forming a coalition with a government to be in parliament, not as an independent, but under one banner, one party.
How long do you think could Pakistan stand uncertainty? There was violence during the election campaign. There's been all the allegations of vote rigging. The military didn't get its way, so there is going to be instability.
I think the instability will still continue simply because of the reason that whichever alliance is made, this hop-chop sort of government that's trying to be formed at the moment with 40, 50 seats from each other party, it's again going to lead to exactly what we've seen in the last 16 months, which is all the parties combined against us. And it didn't work the first time. Pakistan saw a massive rise in inflation, or the dollar against the rupee went from 190 rupees to nearly 400 rupees. I think you're going to see the same thing.
Well, we know, of course, that Imran Khan has been sentenced to 14 years. What are the chances of a release?
I think the minute we get to a higher court, the sentences were given in a lower court. The minute we go to the high court and the Supreme Court, we are extremely confident that he will be released, and a lot of the charges, if not all, will be thrown out on legal merit and procedural merit.
Will he call, do you think, for peace in the country just now?
We've always called for peace. We've never wanted anything but peace. But the only thing is that peace doesn't mean staying silent. Peace, we want peaceful protest. Whenever we've had one, we've always wanted to be able to express the freedom of expression peacefully. So providing that the courts take every candidate that has been mistreated and the people's mandate that has been stolen from them is restored, we will continue to go by everything by a political and legal manner as we always have done.
And finally, David Cameron raised, and in a statement, serious concerns about what people in Pakistan had raised about the possibility of the unfairness of the vote.
Yes, I retweeted back to Mr. David Cameron for his and very gracious kind words towards what's happened in Pakistan. But David Cameron and many other politicians have only cited the last 48 hours in Pakistan over the elections. Don't forget that whatever atrocities we've seen in the past 48 hours have only happened because we've allowed the last 18 months, the human rights abuse in the last 18 months with Imran Khan and his party members to happen. If we didn't allow those at those times, the last 48 hours wouldn't have been such a sham election as we saw either.
Zulfikar Bukhari, thank you very much for joining us.